Hey y'all, Miss Amira here. So I just wanted to share something. A few days ago, I watched this clip, and I don't know how long it was ago. There was a coach of some sort talking to, like a sports coach for youth. Um, he was talking to a whole bunch of kids out in a field. A bunch of different type of kids, white kids, black kids, brown kids, whatever. And he started to ask some questions. And for all the questions, if you can relate, you were to step forward, right? And I've done something like this in like junior high. I used to be part of Project Tough, where we went around junior highs and we would reenact different scenarios that us youth went through, and then we would go and just break out discussions and talk about them. So this is kind of familiar ish to me, right? So some of the questions were like, if you have had to, if you have never had to um, wonder where your next meal was coming from, take two steps forward. If you have never had to help your parents with a bill, take two steps forward. All of these questions, right? There was five, six questions. And so at the end, all looked like all mostly the white kids were up in front and all the black kids and brown kids were in the very back. And he was really trying to show these youth their privilege, how privileged that they are, that they don't have to have those struggles. But what hit me hard was every question that he asked, I could have also taken two steps forward. I have never had to struggle for to know where my next meal has come from. I have never had to worry about having to sleep on a floor. I have never, unless I wanted to, I have never had to struggle in that realm because my parents chose to take us out of the ghetto. And the town I grew up in Petaluma, all white. There was a handful of us black folk that lived there. And most of the black folk that lived there, that we were all, friends or whatever, all of us could pretty much take steps forward as well. And I realized how privileged I have been as a black woman. I have dealt with lots of ignorance from white people, lots of freaking ignorance. So much ignorance. Like, oh, I didn't know your palm was white. Oh, how did your hair grow overnight? Like little dumb shit. Or, oh, you're aggressive. Oh God, you're so aggressive at the at workplaces and stuff like that. I've dealt with bullshit, but I cannot say that I've struggled like I've other black folk have struggled. And so I kind of when I see people post, or even my white friends or white people that post things like, "Oh, but the stores are closed and we shouldn't be violent," and I'm just gonna say, even for black folk that are saying that, shut the fuck up. We don't have a right to say how people do things, and also, it's not all of the people that are doing that. It's a separate thing. There are people that are protesting and there are people that are rioting. Okay, but we don't have a right to tell people like you need to wake up and open your eyes. And white people, if you're not speaking because you're afraid to like even bring it up and touch on it, shame on you. It needs to be said. You may not be a white person that sees color. I don't see color. I see everybody. But the thing is, color does matter. And I also saw something the other day for white people. Would you want to trade places with poor black people or black people that have to deal with this type of bullshit? Would you want to trade places? Probably not. So please keep in mind how ignorant you sound and go educate yourself. I'm even educating myself as a black woman. Go educate yourself before you're like, oh, the stores are closed or oh, this and that. Like, go educate yourself and realize your privilege. And I'm doing the same. But on another note, my sister sent me a package, and on Saturday it was supposed to be here. I got a message from her saying it should be there by the end of the day. It's in Salem, and it didn't come. And then Monday came around, it said didn't come. So yesterday she got a message saying it was severe weather issues, and I'm like, well, if it's in Salem, I'm in Salem. And there's no severe weather happening. So what's happening? So I called, long story short, it wasn't being delivered because of rioting, is what they said. Don't know, didn't get into it with them. So long story short, I went and picked up the package today. And when he handed me and Sander have been making an agreement when we get any packages, because it's been housewarming gifts typically, we would wait to open them together. But when the guy handed me the box, it sounded, in my mind, my sister got me like a Buddha statue or something like that. And so when he handed it to me, it felt like things were broken in there, it like was shaking. And so I was like, when I got in my car, I was like, let me check before I pull off. Let me open this up because whatever's in here broke. So I open up the box. I have the best fucking big sister ever. This whole box filled with business pens. Look at this. Core, a mind, gut connection. Amira Stanley, intention and mindfulness coach. I have the best big sister ever. She knew. I freaked out when I opened these. I was like, oh my god! Oh my god! My sister is a what is it called? Everything about her business. She has t-shirts, shoes, clippy notes, pens, like brand. She's a branding whore. My sister is a branding whore. And this is just a huge deal for me. I'm so appreciative. I went and got coffee and handed out 2 of them in the coffee line. It's just dope. Thank you, sister. And love y'all. Have a great day.